Uh, sorry, folks. On Monday, Gabriel Alexander's VMIAC's research and policy lead is heading to Canberra and to be part of discussions around the formation of a national mental health consumer peak body. So some of you might know that recently on 30th of January, Mark Butler made the announcement of $7.5 million over 4 years for the formation of a national consumer peak and a national carer peak. So VMIAC's been involved in these really important discussions and as part of the alliance of the state and territory peaks, of which there is one in every jurisdiction except for Northern Territory, whose peak has not got formed and has official peak status yet. So the importance of this national peak, which is soon to be formed, is so that the consumer voice can be in all of the places that it needs to be around national mental health decisions. So we're talking about policy, frameworks, the systems, and if we think a little bit about where funding comes from, there is some of our funding, for example, is state, like from the Department of Health, for example, our area mental health services, and then some funding is federal around, say, for example, PHN's primary health networks. So decisions are made all of the time around funding and governance for these things, and so we do need a consumer voice at the table. Of course, there has been the National Mental Health Consumer and Carer Forum, who've done a lot of work, and that's really important work, as well as others who've worked on the formation of the national peak in the past. But this is going to be a much more formalized body, and it will be clearly recognized, and will be recognized in terms of reference in certain things. And as we know, if templates exist to involve agencies or peaks, then that makes sure that happens as well. And that's what we will see with the national peak. So these discussions on Monday are about how it is that this national peak will be formed. So we're taking a position that this should be a federated model, so that each of the state and territory peaks should effectively be on the board of the national peak. I want to say here really clearly that this work stands on the shoulders of amazing people who've come before us in trying to advocate for a national peak. And we've sort of got close previously. And now, due to the hard work of those people that have done in preparation for this, we're now at the point where this is going to happen. So we're looking for that federated model, and we're looking for the state and territory peaks, including VMIAC, having a strong presence in the governance of the national peak. So I'll update you when we have more information after Gabriel has been to those meetings in Canberra to be part of the alliance, putting forward those positions.